Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. I need you guys to smash that like button. Let's get this video rocking. Today I'm going to show you how to mix using UAD plugins. We're going to mix a hip hop track today from scratch. And to get these multi-tracks for free, go to Plugin Alliance. I'll leave a link below. They offer free multi-tracks where you could practice mixing. So the first thing is color coding everything into categories. I have the synths color coded separately from the drums, separately from the vocals, so that I could easily see stuff in groups as opposed to individual things. Nextly, we need to go to our channel rack, double click. Let's hit Control L after you have color coded everything. Now to color code stuff quicker in the new FL Studio, you just go to the audio tab here in your playlist view, which is this button here. Go to the audio tab and you could hit Shift after you left click, right click, rename and change these colors to the same color. That will color code the tracks and then you could organize it that way. So now everything here is color coded and organized visually. I can easily see in the mixer like the groups of stuff. So first let's play this track. Now one thing I do before we get started actually is create what's called a beat mix bus. And we're going to take all these sounds, just hit Control, highlight all the channels here, all the tracks, right click and route to this track only. So now all these sounds are going directly to the beat mix. So also if I add any effects on new tracks, I'm going to highlight these and route these directly to the same channel there. Because now when I set up a reverb, I want it to go through the entire mix bus. So let's set up a reverb. And this reverb we're going to use from UA is going to be probably the plate. So let's do the EMT 2500 plate. I believe this is plate, right? So it has some coursing we can add to it to widen out the sound. So the first thing I'm going to do, I forgot to actually do it, is highlight all these channels except for the send channels, okay? And then we're going to turn these down. So the reason I'm turning them down is because I want to create headroom. And let's go to somewhere in the middle of the mix. So we're hitting at what, -4? So I need more room to add plugins. Think of plugins as like storage, or think of headroom like storage on your computer. Your computer can technically work with 20 megabytes free, but it's going to move very slowly. So I'd rather create more room for it to work. So I think of headroom the same way. We need space. So let's just turn these down. Now my favorite spot is like -9 as the starting point. So here I'm a little bit shy of that. So let's pull it up. Now these faders are not visually mapping out how much dB I'm pulling out. It's not like an accurate, like I'm pulling out 4 dB, but it looks like we only nudged the fader. Okay, so now we're about at -9. So on the beat mix bus, we could use some UA stuff for this, but this is more of a utility. We're just gonna pull this up to +9. So now I'm hearing everything at the intended level, but now we can create more headroom and start leveling stuff a little bit easier. And this helps with dynamic as well. Let's turn up a couple things. Let's turn stuff down. So I'm debating if I want to turn up the synths. Okay, I think some of the hi-hats need to be turned up. There's like 6 hi-hats here, so I got to turn them all up. So now I can start prioritizing sounds. I'll get into mixing the kick and the bass right now. So right now we're clipping. So I'm going to pull back the adjustment here. We want to have at least 3 dB to work with, because right now I got everything just hidden. So an easier way to do this is just turn stuff down from this point. Once you level, you could just turn it back down. That will just save a lot of secondary steps. It's not going to do the +9 without doing too much. There we go. So this is the starting point we want to start at. Without this, you're not going to have enough room to actually perceive compression and all those small things. Okay, so on the mix bus, so this is the combined group of sounds. Let's start mixing on the mix bus first to get an energy for the song, and then we can go to individual things to clean them up or add more detail. So let's find the area of the song that has everything in it. All right, so we want to look for a group compressor, in this case, or an EQ. So I'm thinking we have the UA. I don't usually use their EQs, so this is going to be interesting. Let's use a channel strip from SSL. I think I have a channel strip in here. Okay, I clicked the wrong one. Okay, so I meant to click the legacy one. So with this channel strip, I can boost certain characteristics. Let's boost up the highs. Let's turn the EQ on first. So now the song feels taller without us doing too much. Now let's boost the lows at like 60. Let's make this a bell curve so we're not boosting everything below this point. So this helps us pinpoint, 60 hertz instead of everything in the bass that can muddy it up. Now the low mids, when I start boosting these, I usually use a wide curvature and I'll go lower, like around 200, 400 hertz. This adds the density to a track. All right, so what we need to do is compensate because we just basically turned everything up. So let's turn it back down to match the input level so that we're not just tricking our ear to think because it's louder. So let's do it before and after, see what the levels are. Somewhere around -2. I wish FL had better metering because this is so hard to like see. All right, so here's before. Here's after. Now I might have boosted the low mids a little too much there because it's taking away some of the dynamic, making it more of a box. Let's pull back levels just a little bit. Anyhow, those are very small adjustments, nothing too groundbreaking there. Next, let's move into a group compressor that I would use. In this case, the SSL is usually my go-to. So I usually keep mine at 30 attack and 100 milliseconds release. Let's do 4:1 ratio. Now I love how they have the sidechain filter as well. So this won't trigger just because the kick is hitting. So this adds a little groove to your track. So I love this one, because the Waves version doesn't have the sidechain filter input. All right, so now I want some saturation in the sound. So I'm going to use some plugins that I bought from UA. I think this is the VSM3. Let me see what else we may have as far as saturation here. We have some tape stuff we could use, but I'm not looking for a tape sound. There's also Thermionic Culture Vulture, but that's a really aggressive. So let's try the VSM3. As you guys can hear, this is super aggressive. So let's pull back the mix level. So THD is the total harmonic distortion here. Let's pull back the drive first. Maybe that's more of a aggressive. So this is definitely reshaping the aggression in the tone. This is not subtle, at least the way I'm using it. So we can pull back the shape it looks like to tone it back a little bit. Oh, that might be a filter. And we could also target zones like high frequencies. Let's target the high mids and so low mid sound pretty good. This aggression on it. We could also target, FL froze, so give me a second. All right, so FL froze, I had to restart here at this point, but let's just pull back these mix levels, see if we just get a tone. So I'm gonna start with each harmonic generator here, see if we get different tones. That one seems really aggressive. They're both aggressive. All right, so I'm going to do something different here. Let's do mono and let's saturate just the lows. Trying to hear what this is actually doing to the tone. So I like that aggression on the lows. See if we can add some kind of width to the high end by saturating it. Because one thing I'm realizing with the UA stuff is I don't have a stereo plugin from UA to like make stuff wider, control the stereo field. Another thing I would normally do is just run stuff through Gold Clip, which is a saturator / clipper. I don't know any clippers from UA. So there's certain little pieces of my puzzle that I don't know a solution for currently, but I'm sure they may have it. I just don't know about it. Let's A/B this. Here's before. It's a little bright. Here's where I would need an EQ to go in to reshape some of the tones here. Now, again, I don't have a go-to EQ from them outside of that channel strip, but the channel strip didn't give me as much control as I would need. So I think there's one called, BX Digital. This is the one that I used to use. All right, let's use this one. I'm just gonna link these. I'm not gonna have the mono separate from the stereo right now. So let's just boost. Let's just reshape the tone here. Gonna filter just so my ears can hear a little bit easier. Let's boost up. So too, I love how it auto solos so you can hear where you are. So it's a little bright around, what is this? 2K. A lot of reverb at 800 or 900. Let's go find that 900. It was like 894 or something like that. So this has a lot of reverb in this tone. What we could do is solo just the sides here because reverb is usually heard on the side. So let's pull this back on the side only. 3 dB, just to tame some of the reverb. We still need some like density to this track. So I'm seeing if we can link these. So this track doesn't have a lot of frequency content down here at 300. That's why we had to saturate, because saturating will create the frequency content we need. But this track just doesn't have it in the actual channels. Multi-tracks, I should say. I'm gonna exaggerate this. Let's turn off the auto solo. Or excuse me, auto listen. Now, I will say that confidence in mixing with UA as far as a total solution is not 100% there, because normally I would pull up FabFilter Pro Q3, see what's happening, and adjust little things here and there. So it's like a little utility stuff like a stereo shaper or, a clipper or an EQ where I could really dial in. The workflow isn't necessarily there with UA, but the quality, again, when you guys are sound designing, especially on individual channels. Now the mix bus, let's do it before and after. Feels very hollow but open. That feels a little more dense. Okay, so nextly I would look for a limiter of some sort, some kind of maximizer. Let's see if they have their own maximizer here from UA. I think they have the precision maximizer, but I haven't used this in a while, so I forget how this even works. Let's just turn up the input. Actually, let's mess with shape. Here we go. Definitely giving it a dope sound. Let's just turn down the output. I don't know what it's doing technically. I don't know if it's compressing or what. Can't tell. And let's use their limiter. So I like their precision stuff for like the, I guess, utility based stuff. So here's the limiter, and let's see how much we can push. So see how those final touches brought it all the way where it needed to be. So with those final touches there, now I can hear the detail. Let me see if they have any stereo shaping plugins here. I did not mean to click the tape recorder. My finger slipped. That was an accident. Let's see what we got here. So we have a Cooper Time Cube that does widen stuff, but that's more on an individual channel level. Probably one of the channel strips has something with a width knob on it, but from what I can read, there's nothing that really focuses on stereo width. So I'm gonna use a multi-band. I'm not sure if this is mid-side. Before I pick this, I'm just looking through the list here. Pretty much all I got. All right, so the multi-band, this one, let me see. How do we solo? So now I'm just looking for a frequency that I don't like. This area is a little aggressive. We can probably tame this area here. Band number, the green band. So let's do high mids. Pull that threshold down. Let's pull the release to like 200 milliseconds. Let's make it a faster attack. I don't know if the visuals are not keeping up or what. But we can also expand, but let's just compress for now. And also here, I'm looking at these meters. So it says it's pulling out 3 dB. Let's solo. Really, it's just compressing the snare. Let's see what happens if we compress this horn. Let's run it through an LA2A. So the UADX is the native stuff. The UAD stuff is not native. Let's run it through the LA2A. All right, so it's not visually showing me. There we go. This is giving it a little more saturation, but it's so subtle. So these sounds are very thin, like it has a reverb that doesn't really fit the vibe. So let's open up a reverb and send those sounds to the new reverb. Because the reverb on this sound is not good in my opinion, but we can't undo. Let's send it to our reverb. And let's add some chorus. Make it a little bit longer of a tail. That's a more proper reverb environment in my opinion. the bass stand out a little bit more. So we have sub bass that's kind of like underneath everything. Let's use that LA3A to see if we can create some harmonics. Now we can actually hear that sub bass. Now for technical stuff like, you know, side chaining the bass to the, you know, the kick to the bass or the bass to the sub bass, that type of stuff I would use FabFilter for. I wouldn't use the UA stuff to do technical stuff like that. So UA, from my synopsis so far, it's good for sound designers and people who know what they're using it for. On the ground level utility level, I can't say that I would say this is ground level utility stuff. It's more so like, you know, where you're grabbing a specific compressor for. Let's just use the stereo width tools here in FL. So here's before the UA chain. That's what the beat sounds like. Actually, to be fair, let's add the EQ because it's not going to be a fair comparison. So here's before. This kind of like sounds like it's just there. Here's after. Now we can really make that kick smack with the Pultec at 60. And now we're just pushing it into the mixing chain. Now the vocals are cool, but there's just too many tracks to mix. So let's just run the lead vocal here. We're gonna use the 1176 combo that I was talking about in the last video, the Rev A, and it's from Streaky Mastering.
You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Pull up in the spot, get treated. Mister got it when you need it. Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you about it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets.
So there's a couple of things I would do with the vocal, like there's low frequencies in it, there's S's I would deal with. I wouldn't do this with the UA stuff.
You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always.
Also, I didn't mix this with the vocal in mind. I'm just adding it in, but
you can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Pull up in the spot, get treated. Mister got it when you need it. Knock it down.
Let's use the limiter, even though I'm not using the L2.
You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Pull up in the spot, get treated. Mister got it when you need it. Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen, you want to
See how this LA3 adds so much life to the 808?
You can start your own.
So here's before. Before it's just like, but after it's like, it just has more intensity to it.
Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Selena and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean with these boys, they can't touch you. They need.
Again, with the vocal, I'm just slapping it in. This is not a vocal mixing tutorial. I'm just adding it in to show you guys the final.
And break 'em bad. You can
There's a lot I would do with the vocal.
and break 'em bad. Yeah. She screaming hot girl, someone need a hot boy. I'm heating up a spot to the pot boil. Boss man team, real top boy. They don't talk facts, they just talk noise. Too blessed, I don't care what the rich say. Too fly, can be touched on their best day. Too hot, might catch flame. Live life, then move to the next day. Living fast, push this life shit to the max. I'm trying not to crash. My life changes such a fast, sometimes I can't relax. When shit out of pocket, I just jump back in my bag. Yeah. Break the rules and break them bad. You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Yeah. Pull up in the spot, get treated. Mr. Got it when you need it. Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Selena and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean with these boys, they can't touch you, they need self-esteem. You need a drink. It's getting hot in this club, baby girl, come on here, have a seat. If for a treat in your night with me, I'll be the boy of your dreams. Living fast. Push this life shit to the max, I'm trying not to crash. My life changes such a fast, sometimes I can't relax. When shit out of pocket, I just jump back in my bag. Yeah. Break the rules and break them bad. You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Yeah. Living fast, push this life shit. Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Selena and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean with these.
So again, we're not going to sit here and mix the vocal to a T. Let's add another reverb though. Let's add a hall reverb this time. Let's do a lexicon. Let's put it on the hall.
Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Selena and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean with these boys, they can't touch you, they need self-esteem. You need a drink. It's getting hot in this club, baby girl, come on here, have a seat. In for a treat in your night with me, I'll be the boy of your dreams. Living fast. Push this life shit to the max, I'm trying not to crash.
Let's turn all the plugins off. So let's do everything. Now again, the volume's going to be different.
Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing.
So this is pre-mixing here.
Keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Selena and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean with these boys.
As you can hear, it's very
You need a drink. It's getting hot in
like
this club, baby girl,
small
come on,
sounding.
have a seat. In for a treat in your night with me, I'll be the boy of your dreams. Living fast. this life shit to the max. I'm trying not to crash. My life changes. Such a fast. Knocking down walls in my means. Always clear the deal, guarantee it. Oh, you want it? Let me see it. Say you bout it, then be it. Need the whole thing, no pieces. Good friends don't keep secrets. Ma, you a queen. You want Celine and the king that's gonna put you in Alex McQueen. Top of the team. They say you mean what these boys, they can't touch you, they need self-esteem. You need a drink. It's getting hot in this club, baby girl, come on here, have a seat. In for a treat. In your night with me, I be the boy of your dreams. Living fast. Push this life shit to the max. I'm trying not to crash. My life changes such a fast. Sometimes I can't relax. When shit out of pocket, I just jump back in my bag. Break the rules and break them back. You can start your own way, dog, man. All it takes is splash. Always tell your truth and always speak your facts. So when they talking shit, man, you can't do nothing but laugh. Living fast. Push this life shit to the max. I'm trying not to.
All right, so we can fine tune it, but that's how to mix with the UAD stuff. So go try out their subscription, and peace out, guys.